Hello, race fans, and welcome to the 2024 racing season. This is the Late Apex video YouTube channel where I don't know what we're going to do. But I do know that today we're going to be going over paint schemes that were available as of February 3rd, 2024. These paint schemes were borrowed from jski.com. Special thanks to Jski for just being him. He's awesome. We love him. And without further ado, we're going to move over to reviewing the paint schemes now. Something to be said for these paint scheme reviews. Completely random order. Whatever order Windows Explorer chose to put them in is how they went into the Google Drive presentation software. And these are not edited. These are not cut. And at the end, I'll give you my podium of my winners and top three. So let's get started. All right, so we're going to start here with the number one Busch Light Chevrolet of Ross Chastain. This one is pretty dang awesome if you ask me. I really love the detail work here by the one. The mountains really put together. Nice use of the real estate given to them without contingencies here with Busch Light. The hood is very nice with a lot of detail, but not too much detail that it's just too much. Also, shout out for the team logo underneath the headlight. Now we'll go to his beamoose.org Chevy. Not much here to say other than it's pretty cool too. It's a nice paint scheme. Really enjoy the red and black differences there, as well as the well utilized space that given to them. Now we're in the Austin Centric and the Freightliner Ford. I love this car. Have always loved this car. It looks like a robot and it doesn't disappoint. Now I do wish that they would have put now I do wish that they would have put some detail right here as far as, you know, some other information, maybe some other sponsors, but I also like the simplicity of it as well. Austin Dillon's Bet MGM Chevy. Now this one here, nice use of the upward angle Bet MGM with the 3 here. And then we also have some contingency secondary sponsors down here. So that's nice use of that space as well. Nice job. Now this is the Harrison's Chevy of Josh Berry. Of course, you can see here Josh Berry replaced Kevin Harvick in the 4. Nice job on the paint scheme here. Really like the use of green and white. And then there's some gray in here as well. The secondary sponsors aren't very big. They don't take up a lot of room, but also dig that Mobile One is on top of his rookie stripe. That's kind of neat. Here we are, Noah Gragson's Rush Truck Centers Ford. Something I'll say here that the square logo really presents itself well for a door logo, and they've done a really good job here putting that on there as far as sponsor placement. And then we also have the URL here, and overall really simple gray looking paint scheme, but a really cool looking paint scheme. So this is the 15 car, the N29 Capital Partners LLC Ford, it looks like. I had to look there for a second. Wow. This is definitely a car, and I don't want to say anything negative, so we'll go on to the next one. This is the 51 Ford Walmart vehicle. This is a nice use of Walmart's colors, as well as the 51 is very prominent here on top of the paint scheme. So I really dig that. So nice job to the designers there. Here we have the 54 Monster Energy. Monsters, plain Monster Energy scheme. Can't go wrong. One thing I would say, Monster, you have these great different flavors. Put them on the car. Put like like the Monster Zero Energy orange paint scheme would look really cool on a race car. Try something different, but I get why you want to, go to your base brand, but this is a really cool looking paint scheme as always. Number 500 cars. I mean, this is the same paint scheme I think we've had for time immemorial, so we'll move on. This is a 17 of Chris Buescher, buildsubmarines.com, as well as the number 6 for Brad Kozlowski, buildsubmarines.com. RFK, I don't know who your graphic designers are, but chef's kiss. You guys do a great job. As always, love the chrome numbers. Love the differences in color so you can tell who is who and, what the sponsor is just at a glance. Great job. Number 6, again, Brad Kozlowski, Consumer Cellular. Really like this paint scheme. Really like the details in it. Of course, we've got the chrome numbers. Can't go wrong with chrome numbers. Also like how this Fastenal logo is lined up with this line. That's a little bit of a detail that you might not normally notice, as well as the Castrol Edge. We've cut the blue line here, so we have plenty of room to be able to read Castrol Edge. Really well done paint scheme. Their graphic department is doing great work there. Feel like a broken record here, but here's the King's Hawaiian. Slider Sunday Ford Mustang. First of all, this is the first Ford that I'll talk about, but can we talk about the blacked out grill? Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, it's a Mustang, but it doesn't like go up into your face like, hey, look, I'm a Mustang, I'm cool. No, it's just really nice. Also like what they're doing with these cars by putting more sponsored details above the decals of the lights. So we can see King's Hawaiian here. There's going to be some more as we move on, but this is really cool. Also, again, shout out to the RFK marketing department. We have a Hawaiian roll down here with the number 6 logo. Nice job. Nice job. Here we have the number 8 Cheddar's Chevy, driven by Kyle Busch. Again, we have, looks like there's a croissant roll. I guess Cheddar's is known for their croissant rolls. I don't know. Ate there once. I got sick. I'm never going back. Unless you want to sponsor me, Cheddar's, then hit me up. We can see the croissant rolls details down in the bottom here. Really like the colors. Really like the color of the 8, how it stands out. Definitely know this is going to be a Cheddar's car as it's going around the track. Here's the Morgan & Morgan Law Firm Chevy Camaro, America's largest injury law firm. And I just have to crack up thinking about how we have evolved as a sport. Now we have law firms sponsoring NASCAR race teams, and it's just kind of a thing that happens. And this was at the Busch Clash that just happened a few hours ago, and nobody thought any different of it. It was just kind of how it was. Still on Kyle Busch. And here's the Rebel Bourbon Chevy. We can see nice details on the quarter panels. Looks like wood there. Also, they used a Darlington tire here, I noticed, which is kind of cool, but they didn't back here. So kind of takes me out of the paint scheme a little bit, but it's still a pretty cool paint scheme nonetheless. Here's the Napo Auto Parts Chevy of Chase Elliott. Here we can see some really good details of a Chevy paint scheme. We can see the louvers here, of course. We can also see the ZL1 on the hood. Hendrick Motorsports down here. Shout out to putting your team name down here. I really like this paint scheme. I think that this is a very simplistic paint scheme. It almost reminds me of a Michael Waltrip Napa Auto Parts paint scheme from the DEI days. So nice job there. Here we are, Denny Hamlin. He has no championships, but he has a really cool paint scheme here with sport clips. Really like what they've done here with the white space and how we have details here now. In the olden days, this would probably be a white painted car with these decals printed out as detail work. But now, of course, they wrap all the cars, so this is all just one big wrap. But this is a really nice paint scheme, very simple, but it catches your eye, and that's really what it's supposed to do at the end of the day. These are driving billboards. Here's the number 12 of Ryan Blaney, your reigning champion of the NASCAR Cup Series. And we can see here the Menards Mustang never disappoints. Very nice paint scheme. Really enjoy the use of secondary sponsors here. Both Menards related and also Discount Tire, Snap-on, Worth, Wabash. Just really, I really like this paint scheme. I like how they've used it as a driving billboard. We can see that the deck lid is also all Menards stuff. So nice job. Good paint scheme. Here is the number 16 that was at the Busch Clash, the Alloy Employer Services Chevy. It's a nice paint scheme. It's definitely a dated paint scheme, if you ask me. It's not as modern as some of the paint schemes that we've looked at and that we will look at. Number 17, Fastenal Ford. First of all, great picture. I really love this angle. Really want to know what's going on with this car because we've got a pitot tube up here. So did this just come from testing? Like, what are we doing with this car? This is not just a show car. This is like a functional race car that they've taken to a photo studio. Really like the use of blue and black. Some of the old Fastenal cars, we didn't always see that. Again, shout out RFK. Great logo usage here. Great chrome numbers. RFK always hitting it out of the park. Here's the number 19. Bass Pro Toyota. I almost said Bass Pro Chevy. That's how old I am. We can see here we've got the camouflage. We've got the orange number, Bass Pro Shops, tracker. ATVs, I think maybe might get lost on the car just because of the camo scheme that they're using and with white. But overall, this gets the job done. It tells you it's a Bass Pro Shop car. It tells you it's number 19. Nice looking car. Number 20 of Christopher Bell, DeWalt Toyota. Really like what they've done here with the DeWalt. Moved it forward with the number moving forward. Secondary sponsors down at the bottom, but then we have a little bit more detail here. We have Yahoo on the back quarter panel all by itself. Have a lot of empty space here. I don't know if that's for sale or what, but you know, there could be something done here. I think we could maybe put some DeWalt tools on there or something. I don't know. Maybe it'd be too busy. Maybe they tried that. I don't know. But overall, it's a great scheme. Love the black and gold. Great job. This car I love. Mobile One, Toyota Camry, Christopher Bell. He ran this at the Clash tonight. This was the first car that I saw out on the track that I thought, oh my God, this is how you use a next-gen paint scheme to its advantage. Look at the Mobile One Pegasus. I had to think about that for a second. Look at the Pegasus. It is taking up the space, and it's telling you this is a Mobile One. You could block out where it says Mobile One, and you'd still know that this is a Mobile One vehicle. We've got Yahoo over here. We've got DeWalt here. But they don't take away from the paint scheme. This is a beautiful paint scheme. This is a great job on the next gen era as far as how paint schemes are lined up. So great job. Here's a number 20 Ream. I don't know if all the sponsors didn't want to be on the quarter panel with Ream. I don't know what's going on there, but there's something missing there. We've got a whole lot of real estate there, from the red circular ream logo all the way over to the fuel insert. That is just too much empty space. We've got primary sponsors that we could put there, or ream needs to put something there, needs to put some HVAC systems or something. Something needs to go there. I don't understand how we can go from this beautiful thing to this unless it's sponsor driven. And if it is sponsor driven, Ream, do better. Number 21, you really can't take away from perfect. And that's what the Wood Brothers scheme is. Wood Brothers scheme is a classic, beautiful paint scheme. One funny thing is the Ford Performance points inward on the wheel wells, which I think is kind of funny. You'd think it would point the other way, but that's the choice they made. Love the Motorcraft right here. Boom. Quick Lane gets its spot, as well as Dex Imaging gets its spot. There's really not any wasted space on this beautiful, beautiful Ford Mustang. And you know what it is as soon as you see it. Either on the track, in the pit lane, wherever, you know what it is. 22, Hunt's Brother Pizza for Joey Logano. This is the first one that I've seen, and I don't know if this is actually going to pass muster, and I don't know if this is a graphic design thing or not, but we can see here, we've got the clear plexiglass spoiler up here, and we got Discount Tire up here. That's got to be a optical illusion, or someone in Photoshop not knowing to move it down, because we can see here Discount Tire's down. I don't think we'll see Discount Tire on the spoiler at Daytona, but hey, who knows, maybe. This is great. I'd like to see something different on the hood with the Hunt Brothers Pizza logo. I think it gets kind of obfuscated by the louvers here, but overall, it's a good paint scheme as well. Here's the number 23 Columbia Sportswear Camry for Bubba Wallace. This is a really nice paint scheme. I like the use of gradients. I like the use of whatever this is. I think it's probably topographical map detail, now that I sit here and look at it. Not sure about the colors on the numbers. The top number, I like the blue. Down here, I don't know. I think it kind of gets lost. I don't see why we have to have that color 23 when we have a nice color 23 up on the roof. But overall, it's a great paint scheme. Definitely, you know what it is when you see it. Here's the Exalta, number 24, back with the flames. It's a nice looking vehicle. I like the use of flames. I like the use of contrast where it comes to the Exalta logo on the quarter panel. You've got the blue background on a white base scheme, and that really makes it pop. Also like the use of Exalta on the hood. They don't get lost on the hood louvers. It's a nice paint scheme. One choice that I don't know that I would make if I were them is the Goodyear logo above the wheel well. That is a different blue than the rest of the vehicle, but maybe that's just the rendering. Here we can see the Liberty University. Again, going with the flames theme. I like that there's a theme with Byron's car so far. I don't know if it'll continue, but we'll see. Like that Liberty University is not obfuscated with the louvers on the hood, like the number 24 on the top with the racing stripe that goes down to the deck lid. Like the Liberty University logo, that it's stretched out almost all to the 24, but it stops and it goes all the way to the fuel probe. Nice paint scheme. Here's a number 24 Raptor. Kind of flames. With a Raptor, I mean, you'd want dinosaur stuff, so dinosaur tearing into it instead of a flame. Nice paint scheme. Think they could stretch out the Raptor a little bit on the quarter panels. Also, I think we could do something different on the hood. It's a little bit obfuscated, but overall, it's a good paint scheme. Love's RV Stop, number 34 for Michael McDowell, and the 38 truck, whoever is going to drive that, I'm not sure. This is one of the very first ones that we see here that have loves everywhere. And we have Ford Performance on here as well. If you didn't know that it was Love's RV Stop Ford, you would just have to look a few places on this paint scheme. This is like, you know, back in the day, if they would have painted this a base yellow and they would have put these details on here, but then we had leftover Love's decals, and someone decided to, well, I'm just going to put Love's everywhere. That's what this kind of looks like. It's kind of busy. Now, no disrespect to Love's RV Stops. I love them. That's my place to stop when I stop somewhere on the interstate, but I think we could maybe do something different with those sponsors on the hood and on the front fascia there. Here is the number 8 and number 3 Bet MGM Chevys. Like that they contrast each other, that they're not the same paint scheme. Also like that they complement each other. Hard to see some details, but I think these are nice paint schemes. Nicely well done. Here's the Generator, number 38 for Todd Gilliland. We can see Generator here, kind of like Love's Pit Stop. Overall, it's a nice paint scheme, like the use of the circular fading here, as well as some gradient usage up here on the C panel. Overall, nice paint scheme. Here's a number 38. Rudenbusch Development and Construction. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Again, we can see the use of different sponsor decals here, here, here. We can also see that the 38 font is kind of getting lost. I think we could do something different there. I think we could do a different color than the red. I can see why they took the red out because of the sponsor's logo. But I think we could maybe pick something different here, and maybe it would look better. But again, I'm not the graphic designer trying to make the sponsors happy. I'm just a guy on the internet. So take it for what you will. Here we can see the Haas Tooling number 41 for Ryan Preece. I really like this car. Chrome makes everything go faster. It's a proven scientific fact. Scientific fact, not actually a scientific fact, but it looks pretty. It's a nice looking vehicle. Haas Tooling, I mean, they did a great job. I think that the Haas Tooling.com on the front looks a little bit too big. I think we could have maybe done something different there, but again, this is real estate that they're not used to using, so it's going to be an adjustment year. It's probably going to be a couple years before we actually see some decent stuff from that area on the race car. Number 43, Advent Health, Toyota Camry for Eric Jones, and Legacy Motor Car Club Racing Motorsports. Something. Anyway, we can see here we've got Advent Health in nice detail. We can see that it's well done on the hood, not overdone here. Though, now it looks kind of empty here that there's no logos here, doesn't it? So, something. You know, this is going to be an adjustment year, like I said. Shout out to Eric for putting his state. You can see if you zoom in, putting his state on his driver logo here. They're going to need to close that hood, not the hood, they're going to have to close that trunk before they race it, and also maybe put some spoilers on it. And, you know, windows. Looks like the car isn't finished yet, but had to have some good time there. I like the 43. I like the harkening back to the old Richard Petty days, but also having a little bit of a modern twist to it. Here's a number 42 Dollar Tree Toyota for Legacy MC. Legacy MC. So we're sticking with the Motor Club Legacy. That's what we're going to do. Okay. So anyway, so we've got Dollar Tree. Well done. Nice use of a lighter green with the dark green of Dollar Tree. You know, it's Dollar Tree. You're going to want a lot of green on there. I think we could have maybe brought out some gold here a little bit differently, but again, not the graphic designer. Here's number 43, Family Dollar. This time with a windshield. This is just a render. We can see Family Dollar is kind of getting lost in the louvers here. We could probably have done something different here. Like the rest of the car, I think it looks nice. Not quite sure why we've got red coming out of the back wheel like that, but it was a choice. It was a choice. It was a choice like naming your team Legacy Motor Club instead of Legacy Motorsports or Jimmy Johnson Racing with Richard Petty or anything else. Legacy Motor Club. No other team in NASCAR has that name, and there's a reason. Okay. We can see the number 45. Flight. Not quite. I mean, it's Jordan. I don't know what Flight is, but it's a really cool looking paint scheme. Anytime you got Jordan on the hood, it's going to look cool. Here we go, the number 60, buildsubmarines.com for David Reagan and RFK. See right here, everyone, look at RFK. Look to RFK for your paint scheme thoughts. We can see here, build submarines there, there, and there, but it doesn't look like the Loves car, does it? It's well done. Now, when I go to build a submarine, I'm going to go to buildsubmarines.com. That's for sure. Number 84, for sure not 48. Number 84, Carvana Toyota for Jimmy Johnson. 7-time Jimmy Johnson. It looks like Richard Petty's old car. And they even put Jimmy's name on the door like that. Yeah. I mean, I get they're 2 7-time champions. But this is a choice. This is not Carvana going to them saying, hey, we really need to have this look like Richard Petty's old car. This is Jimmy Johnson and Richard Petty getting together and saying, hey, we have a ridiculous sounding name team, Legacy Motor Club, and also, you know, let's just confuse fans. That's what this is. Let's confuse fans. First 7-time champion Richard Petty had Petty Blue with a white number and his name above it. Okay, so let's give that to Jimmy Johnson, who was our last 7-time champion in the 2000s. In the 2000s when we had modern paint schemes. But let's just do that. Legacy Motor Club. All right. Number 99, Daniel Suarez, Worldwide Express Chevrolet. This one is really cool. Really like the use of chevrons going different ways. Really like the use of all the sponsorship space. Also like the WWEXRacing.com down there. I think that's a really good spot for URLs. Just text-based URLs. I think that's a good place to put them. Number 43, Advent Health. We've looked at that. This one was actually finished. Number 11, Mavis Tires and Brakes. This is pretty much from last year, I think. Same design, just on the new body. And it's done. It's well done, except again, the louvers on the hood. Should have done something different on the hood logo, so it's not so obfuscated. Really like the side of the vehicle where it's got Mavis Tires and Brakes and sport clips on the side. I think it's well done. Really like the tire marks on the side of the vehicle. It's a well done vehicle. Number 6 and 17, Castrol Edge. Again, can't say enough good things about RFK's paint schemes. They always come in clutch. They always look nice. They're always well done. I don't know how many adjectives I can say for them, but they're great. Love the chrome numbers. Love that this is a Castrol vehicle, but it's not overdone in green. You could totally go over the top Castrol Edge and it'd be over the top green, and they didn't do that. It looks great. Celsius race cars for Colleague Racing, both Xfinity and Cup. And I don't want to alarm the folks at Colleague Racing, but their vehicles are stuck in the sand. There's no way they're getting out of that sand. Just no way. I hope that they've had a tow truck on call, because that's really the only way that they're going to get out is a tow truck. And I hope they have a lot of canned air to clean up underneath those vehicles. Yeah. Anyway, great looking vehicles. We'll ignore the Xfinity 10G goes really fast, blah blah blah. We'll focus on the Cup car here. Really like the use of a Celsius can near the back. Celsius Live Fits right there. Bam. Celsius Live Fit on the hood is not obfuscated by the louvers. Well done. Nice looking paint scheme. I just really hope they can get those cars out of the sand. Number 48, Ally, Chevy Camaro, Alex Bowman. I don't know what to say about this. A lot of details are good about this vehicle. You know, I probably would have put the text Ally on the hood as well. You have some room there, especially now that sponsors are put where they're put on the front fascia. Really like Ally, do it right on the side panel. The base scheme, I don't know. There's a lot going on. I feel like this could have been done better. Again, I'm not a graphic designer. I'm just a dude on the internet. So take what I'm saying as a grain of salt or a grain of sand with the Colleague car. Grain of sand. I just think we could have done something better here with lines, gradients, something different. This one just is just a mess. I'm sorry if it was the graphic designers, piece de resistance. But yeah. Number 62, Death Wish Coffee, Chevy, for Anthony Alfredo. It's a well done vehicle. Really like that the stuff on the louvers is really just like detail work on the logo, that you still see that it says Death Wish Coffee on there. Really like the use of flat black. Really like the use of the red line like that. This is a well done, simplistic vehicle, which sometimes we don't get enough of in NASCAR anymore. Am I right? I'm right. Number 2, Discount Tire, Ford. Penske knows how to design a vehicle. The louvers, again, I think we're missing something there with obfuscation. Could have done something different there, but I mean, that's such a small detail. And maybe they don't care. Maybe they want the big logo on the hood. Louvers be damned. I don't know. Really like the size of the Discount Tire logo. You can see it on the top. Like, it goes all the way up past the curve in the Mustang. Really nice. I like the size of the secondary sponsors. Nice vehicle. Now, this is the Global Industrial Chevy for Kyle Busch. And then there's a Xfinity vehicle beside it, Global Industrial as well. But again, we're going to only talk about the Cup scheme. From what I can see, it looks great. I like the use of stars. I'm not quite sure why we're using pink in the gradients on the 8. I feel like we could have made that different. But overall, nice vehicle. Screams to me America, which maybe that's what Global Industrial is. I don't know. I love this. Nothing about this sucks. It is boldly original, as it says on the hood. Love the use of a Sunny D container. Love the use of the different colors and the gradients inside of the colors and the Sunny D on the quarter panel. This is just a beautiful vehicle. This was well done, Stuart Haas. Well done. And well done, Sunny D, for saying, hey, let's make our race car look like this. It's a really nice looking race car. Solomon Pumling, number 6 for RFK. Again, RFK, you guys just know how to make a paint scheme. This is just beautiful. It's nice. I like it. Well done. Number 14, I can never pronounce this. Mahadra, I don't know. Someone's going to say it. Whatever. This is pretty much the same paint scheme that they've had with a little bit of changes, like the use of secondary sponsors, like the use of the detail work on the base scheme is not busy, but also really tells you what it is. It's dirt. It's a tractor. Tractors and dirt. Nice job. Number 9, Hooters. We've seen a lot of different Hooters paint schemes for Chase Elliott. This one is nice. I like that the 9 is white. I feel like that really shows you the number. I like the use of flat black. I like the owl with the big eyes. It's too bad that Chase Elliott's not making his 900th start this season, because if he was, this would be the perfect paint scheme. It says 900 right there. I really like this one. And there's been some ones that haven't been the greatest in the past. Napa Auto Parts. We reviewed one before this one. Like the lines, like the Napa right there. You know, when they announced this paint scheme rule with the next gen car and moving the number forward, I thought, man, Napa's going to be the perfect sponsor for that. And they did not disappoint. This is a nice paint scheme. Kelly Blue Book. Really like the blue. The baby blue on this vehicle. I think it looks really nice. Like the use of the gold and the darker blue is kind of like pinstripes going around the vehicle. It makes it look aerodynamic. It makes it look fast. Yeah, this is a nice paint scheme too. And Chase Elliott's not always had the best paint schemes, but these are nice. Fifth Third Bank for RFK. Listen, y'all are going to be sick of hearing about RFK and their paint schemes. I know you probably already moved on to another video. This one does not disappoint either. This one is a little bit busier than the rest, but we've got the chrome numbers. We've got the fading from blue to green, from the back to the front. Well use of unobfuscated logo usage on the Fifth Third logo. Also Fifth Third up in the front. You know what this vehicle is. You know who they're being sponsored by. It's nice. Great job again, RFK. Circle? Probably Circle. Chevys for colleague racing. Love the use of different berries. Love the use of the fluids on the bottom. Makes it look like, oh, I'm going to hydrate, because you've got the water up at the front and then it turns into the different colors as it goes to the back. These are really nice. Number 99, freeway.com insurance. This is a nice looking vehicle. Trackhouse knows how to make good vehicles. Paint schemes. This one does not disappoint either. This is just nice simple paint scheme that gets the job done. Number 22, Pennzoil Shell. Again, love, love, love. On the hood, the shell is not so big that it goes over the louvers, and the Pennzoil gets just to the louvers and then it stops. So either Pennzoil had a say in that, or the graphic designer had a say in that, and they made it perfect. It's just nice. It's a nice, simple paint scheme. They always are simple paint schemes, but you always know when the 22 is running the Pennzoil Shell car, you always know who they're being sponsored by. HendrickCars.com. Now, this is a bonus. We've got a Indy car and we've got a Cup car. This is the Cup car that's going to be run in the 600 weekend when Larson attempts to do the double. We can see that we've got, some crossover themes here. Can't wait until Larson does the crossover. I think he's going to knock it out of the park. Nice looking vehicles. Number 5, Valvoline. Again, the hood looks good. I like the white 5 on the red background. Like that the original motor oil kind of tagline is on the side of the vehicle. Nice looking paint scheme. Number 71, Focused Health Chevy for Zane Smith. This is a nice paint scheme. Not a lot to talk about here. This is very much an old school design compared to some of the newer designs that we're seeing with the next gen car, but it gets the job done. I see that it says Focused Health. I see the secondary sponsors. I see the number 71 very clear, which some cars still fail to do that. This is a nice vehicle. Number 41, United Rentals. This is one I've always thought was funny. The United Rentals part of the logo on the side of the car always makes me think that they took the old Gen 6 paint scheme and just kind of stretched it, but in the best way possible. This looks really good. Like the Chrome 41, like the Work United tagline on the front with the United Rentals on the sides. I don't know what you would do with the logo on the top, on the hood, to not obfuscate with the louvers, but it's a nice looking vehicle. Like the top, like that hood or the roof logo, the number, it stands out. Number 54, Interstate Batteries. How can you go wrong with an Interstate Battery scheme? I don't care if it's 1994 or if it's 2024. Interstate Batteries are always going to knock it out of the park. And they did not fail here. Really love this. It's a nicely done paint scheme. Number 24, Valvoline. Again, I think we did a good job here. It looks like a race car. It looks clean. I like the use of the blue logo on the bottom, or the blue graphic on the bottom underneath the 24. It makes the 24 stand out a little bit more. Nice logos, nice race car. Here's the paint scheme podium. So these are the top 3 paint schemes that I've reviewed tonight. And spoiler alert, there is going to be some RFK on here, but I tried to take great pains to not make it all RFK. I totally could have, though. RFK wins the marketing award if there was a secondary award in this stupid YouTube thing. But here we go. We've got the Sunny D Ford, his number 3, Castrol Edge, number 2, which has 2 race cars. And then, of course, we've got my cat, who is ready for the video to be done. But at number 1, Mobil 1 Toyota, Christopher Bell. That is a nice-looking race car. It is great, and I think it's going to really make things pop for that. So I hope to see it a lot this year. So, hang on. There you have it. There's Charlie and I's choices for our best paint schemes of 2024. So of 2024 so far. Charlie doesn't understand that if he walks in front of the microphone, I can't be heard. And I have to be heard. I have to be heard. So, again, thank you for listening to my ramblings now for 45 minutes. If you like what you heard, like, share, subscribe, do all the things on YouTube. Share this on Reddit. Share this on Reddit NASCAR. So, without further ado, thank you, everyone. Happy racing. Only a couple more weeks. Go Chiefs.